obviously this is going to be a much smaller group of people, but I wanted to put together a group of Team Elevate runners because obviously Team Elevate is getting very big and a lot of people have like their own little teams, but I feel like we need a little hub for people who are at the same pace in their business, if that makes sense. So for those of us pushing for Success Club, those of us who have questions about certain things, we can consistently ask questions in that group rather than the big group and, it getting filtered through. And so the main purpose of this group is going to be, I'm going to develop a tracker. And so in our runners group, we're going to develop a tracker for you guys to stay on track. I know that you guys are on this call, so you're making your business a priority. And I essentially want to give you something that you can complete each and every single day so that you can go to bed each night and say, okay, I did the things today that will move my business forward. And so for those of you who consistently show up on that tracker, at least 5 out of 7 days will stay in the group. Those of you who hit Success Club will move up to the next group with the high performers. And then those of you who do not complete the tracker will be kicked out of the group. So this is only for people. I'm not going to waste my time on people who don't want to run with us. I'm going to be spending my time on people who really want this business because it is a business. At the end of the day, I'm not your boss, but I'm your mentor, and I want to spend my time on the people who want to spend their time on this business. So that's a little bit of tough love. But let's jump right into this. So I threw together a little, you guys know me and my what are these called? I don't even know what they're called. Like PowerPoints. I just threw together a little PowerPoint. So I want to talk about 4 main things today. I want to talk about the secret to be successful in this business. I want to talk about an entire Instagram makeover. I want to talk about share a cart because I know a lot of people are still super new to it. And then I want to talk about the feeling of getting a coach and keeping a coach. So very first thing, let's dive right into the secret to be successful. If there is one secret, guys, and there's not, like I wish I could tell you that in order to be a successful coach, like all you have to do is this one thing. There's not. But if there was a secret to be successful in this business, it's to focus on yourself. And it's so funny because the coaches that I see kicking ass are the ones who are filling up their own cups first, through and through. Not focusing on invites first thing in the morning, not making sure that they're posting on social media first thing in the morning, not, checking in with their challengers. It's the coaches who are focusing on themselves. Do you guys understand that? Like, people just need to see themselves in your story. That is the most trust building thing that we could possibly give people, is for us to show people what they're capable of through our stories. That's why telling our stories is so important. That's why being living proof that we are human on our social media is so important. But I don't want you to come into this and think, okay, I started Lift 4 for the first day today. Now everybody's going to flock to me. That's not how it works. How it does work is that you just need to realistically show people what they're capable of and show up each day. I hear so often this objection of, I'm not in perfect shape. Why would anybody take advice from me? And to be honest, I wouldn't take advice from somebody in perfect shape. I don't want to be in perfect shape. I want to take advice from somebody who's busy, a busy mom, a busy teacher, a busy this, a busy that, who found something that fit into her life, found something simple, found something sustainable that fit into her life. And she's showing me each and every single day that she's got this storm of a life. She's got this chaos. She's got this clutter, but she's showing up to herself. And that right there, like the most frustrating thing for me as being a leader of new coaches is when somebody comes up to me and says, or not up to me, like messages me and says, oh, this business is just stressful. I'm not getting anybody. Not getting anybody. Like at the end of each day in this business, you are bettering yourself. You are becoming a better human being. And if you focus on that and that alone and not allow the overwhelm and the stress to flood your cup, I understand Success Club. Success Club is something you should be hitting every single month, but Beachbody didn't implement it to stress people out. They implemented it to say, look, if you hit this goal of Success Club, hit this benchmark of Success Club each month, you will be growing a successful business. Okay? So that's why they implemented this system. Don't ever for a second think that getting people should be stressful. What you should be focusing on is the things that you can control each day. What should be frustrating is if you are not doing the things giving yourself the tools each day to get you one step further in your business. Now, if I tell you, Sally, you need to be doing X, Y, and Z in your business, and then 7 days go by, and I check in with you, and you're like, oh, I'm just so frustrated, I'm just so overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, well, did you do X, Y, and Z? And you're like, no, nobody's doing this, nobody's doing that. You have to take you have to be responsible for it. If I'm telling you to do X, Y, and Z, do X, Y, and Z, and then go to sleep. Do X, Y, and Z, and then go to sleep. And I promise you, you're building a business, and it's going to take time, and it's going to take sweat, and it's going to take momentum, and you have to keep pumping that well. But I promise you, it is so freaking worth it. And at the end of each and every single day, you are bettering yourself. Lift 4 is going to get you in the best shape of your life. And you're going to show the other Stephs and Brittany's and Sam's and whoever else is on the call, you're going to show them what you're truly capable of by just focusing on yourself before you focus on anything else throughout your day. That's the secret. Okay? Moving on. Let's talk about Instagram. So I want you guys to all take out your Instagram. All of us. I want us all to go to our Instagrams. All right. And I want you to, in the chat box, in our chat box in here, I want you to tell us how many followers you have. And I want you to tell me when the last time you posted was in the chat. Tell me how many followers you have and when the last time you posted was. Okay. Cool. So I can tell right away, Bethany Lafredo has clearly been doing Captivate because she's already up to 3,000 followers. Sam Stano's doing Captivate. I can tell she's, gotten up to a ton of followers. Nancy definitely using Captivate. Jen Dellinger, damn, about to hit 4,000 followers. That's awesome. Okay. You guys, Amanda, almost 3,100. You guys are in control of how many followers you have. No, you can't control the amount of people who follow you back, but you have the ability to go on and utilize Captivate. For those of you who don't know what Captivate is, you need to be getting on team calls because we did an entire training on Captivate. Captivate is essentially, it's an organic Instagram growth. And so if you go into the past Team Elevate team calls, we have a recording. Kate did it. Kate did an entire training on Captivate. It is it's just an app where you go and you find new followers based on similar interests, and then they follow you back. It's just a much easier way to do it quicker. And then Captivate, you can set your settings for Captivate to do it, but I'm not going to give a training on it right now. Good stuff. Awesome. I'm not going to give a whole training on it right now, but if you go into Team Elevate Files, click Team Elevate File folder, and you'll see an entire folder. I'm going to actually show you that right now. If you go into our team page, okay, if you go into our team page, wow, sorry. My computer's so slow. Go to Files. Why is my computer being so slow? Files, and scroll down until you see. Bear with me, guys. All right, scroll down until you see Team Elevate File folders. And then you're just going to click the Google Drive. You guys should all have this saved. This is like gold. This is where everything lives. This is where scripts live. This is where accountability trackers live. This is where past recordings live. And then in this, it'll take you to all of these folders. So you have accountability trackers, challenge group documents, how to get coaches started, meal plans, personal development recommendations, random stuff, which is really just for me, scripts, team call recordings, and templates. So if you click team call recordings, it has all of the past team call recordings for the past couple of months. Scroll down to this one, growing your Instagram organically. I'm going to send it to you right now. So if you don't know what Captivate is, you need to copy it. Okay, I'm going to put it in here for you. I'm going to put it in our chat. Just copy it. Oops, I just sent it to Amanda privately. Okay, so perfect. So we just did you just told me how many followers you have. So now I want you to set a goal. I want you to set a followers goal. So for those of you who have 1,000 followers, how many followers do you want to have by the end of July? And so Captivate gives you organic followers. So Captivate is going out and you're going out and you're finding organic people that you want to follow you. So I would say a magic number, if you have 1,000 people following you, by the end of the month, I would say, let's get 1,500 people to follow you. If you have 3,500 people following you, let's get to 4,000 people following you by the end of the month. If you keep working on that, not only are you getting more eyes on you, but you're building your Instagram followers. And guys, when you hit 10,000 followers, you're now seen as like an influencer on Instagram, and it opens up doors to so many other things. When you have 10,000 followers, you now have the swipe up option, where you see a lot of businesses have that on your Instagram stories. Let's say I want to sell charcoal toothpaste. Well, if I'm like talking about charcoal toothpaste, I can be like, just swipe up, and they have the option to swipe up. Right now, I only have 7,000 followers, so they can't do that. As soon as I hit 10, I'll become a different type of profile, and they'll be able to swipe up. That's really fun, but more than anything, it's more eyes on you. Okay, next thing I want you to do, I want you to look at your Instagram. I want you to go like this. Go to your homepage, and I want you to look at your like first screen, the first thing that you see. So all of the boxes, the first, how many is that? 14, 15, 16 boxes, the first 16 boxes. I want you to just look at your phone. Look at your Instagram like this. Okay, everybody's eyes should be on their Instagram. Okay, take a look at what it looks like. What I want you to like pull out things you notice right now. Be a critic. If you see inconsistency, if you see like not matching colors, or you see like too many words, it should be a lot of faces. It should be your face, a lot. It should be the majority of what I should see should be your face. Not a ton of words. It should be, and then it should be like fluid. So what you can do, and I know a lot of you have already done this, you can go over to Pinterest and you can search VSCO, write this down, VSCO recipes. VSCO, it is an app. It's an app on your phone. And basically what it is you can create a recipe. You can create, like if you go on Pinterest, you can find a ton of VSCO recipes. You can find free ones too. I pay $7 for mine. But you can find a bunch of free ones that you like. So what I mean by that is, let me show you. If I go to Pinterest and I search VSCO recipes, it's just different filters for your photos. So wow, not a lot. Okay, so look at this. Like this is a whole recipe, beachy love. So this is like a beachy recipe. You can see you get a lot of blues and darks. And so right here is the filter. So when you go on VSCO, this is what you would type in. The filter is HB2, exposure is -2, contrast is +2. This isn't going to make sense until you go in and do it. Didn't make sense at all to me until I went in and did it. Or if you want brights, like here is a bright and clean Instagram feed. And then if you scroll down, or if you can click it and it'll give you the recipe. Same thing, just keep scrolling. If you want pinks, like pinks and stuff like that, there you go. I personally did I really like warm tones, so I did like a tan and brown. But you can find, like, here are some bright ones. You could do bright ones. Here's like a really nice beachy looking one. Oh, this is the one I did, I think, something like that. Just warm tones. And so that way you put that on every photo. And that way, when you go to your Instagram profile, it's just so fluid. It's just so it flows with each other. Okay. And it's not like it's going to change. It's not going to change every photo. It's just going to change like the film it puts on top of it. And then when you get new followers, it's just going to be visually appealing and people are going to want to follow you back. It's your business, guys. Just make it visually appealing. Okay. Another thing, I want to see your face on Instagram stories. Type in the chat go to your Instagram stories and type how many stories you have in the past 24 hours. So if you count the lines at the top, you can count how many Instagram stories you've posted in the last 24 hours. This is going to be what helps people trust you. They want to get to know you. They want to feel your emotions. They want to get to know your personality, your characteristic, your antics, like things that make you you. Okay? So count. I'm going to count 2. Okay, cool. 16, 18, 5, 8, 9, over 25. There you go. Okay. Cool. 44. Really? Okay. So, okay. So, really, guys, just show up. Show up on your Instagram stories. If people want to follow you and like following you, they're going to want to see your Instagram stories. Like, it doesn't matter if Jen has 44 stories, because the people who follow her and love her vibe are going to watch her through her stories. And so show up, just share your personality, let them get to know your lifestyle, let them get to know your business, let them get to know your workouts. And then that's what's going to help them see through to you. But also get comfortable. You should be comfortable talking about your challenge groups. This business changed my freaking world. I would be a shitty person if I didn't share that. And that's the mindset I have every single time I share about my challenge group and about my coaching opportunity, because I know what it did to my life. And so if you get into that mindset, hone in on what it has done for you, feel that in your core, and then just speak, okay? People feel that like crazy. So Instagram makeover, that needs to be something that you do consistently. You need to debunk your Instagram consistently. I want to see your face. I don't want to see words. Show me food. Show me the 5 things that make you you. Health and fitness should just be your thumb. Health and fitness should just be one thing that makes you you. It should not take the front seat of all of these things. Are you a mom? Share it. Are you a teacher? Share it. Are you a student? Share it. Are you a girlfriend? Share it. Dog mom, girlfriend, mindset, fashion, fitness. Like, those are the 5 things that make me. And I try to keep them as balanced as possible. When you go to my Instagram story, I don't want you to just see sweaty selfies. When I go to my Instagram story right now, I can see every single 5 of those things. I can see my fashion in the first photo, and then I share about my mindset in the photo. I see my before photo in the second one, so that shares my fitness. I share my fashion because, again, and then I share another before and after photo. I share that I'm traveling, I'm at the beach, I'm in a group of friends. I have Deacon right there as dog mom, and I'm sharing about food. I have ice cream. Okay, so consistently sharing about those 5 things. The only thing that I don't see in the first 16 is Tyler, so I should probably talk a little bit more about Tyler because he's a big part of my life. But really, when you look at your Instagram, ask yourself, what are the 5 things that make me me? And I want to see those in at least the first 12 photos, okay? All right, let's move on. 10 minutes left. Share a cart. So say I if you do not know what share a cart is in the chat. Highlights. I don't do highlights. Okay, say I in the chat if you don't know what share a cart is. Everybody knows what it is? Cool. So really briefly, share a cart, basically share a cart is incredible. Share a cart is an incredible way for you to share a cart is an incredible way for you to basically get their email sent to them, get their order sent to them. And like Bree said on the phone last night, even if they're questioning ordering, if they get the email and they see everything they get with it, they're more likely to sign up. And so just get the share cart out to them. And then now you have your follow-up method. Every time that you send a share cart, you now have a little area where you can track the share carts you've sent. Boom, that's perfect for your follow-ups. If you do follow-ups every Sunday, that's a perfect opportunity for you to do your follow-ups, okay? Share cart is incredible. Last thing I want to talk about is building working coaches, and then I want to talk briefly about Success Club. I feel like so many coaches are getting so frustrated that they can't find these working coaches. But truthfully, guys, you have to ask yourself, would I want to be my coach? Would you personally want to be your coach? I want you to answer that humbly. Tell me, I'm here in the chat. Would you want to be your own coach? Because if not, that's okay. And that's why we are here. Time to change it. For those of you who said yes, awesome. For those of you who said no, time to change it. And that's okay, guys. It is all right. I have had months like that. I have had months where I'm just like, Ashley, pull your head out of your asshole and get your stuff together. Okay? So now it's time to do that. First things first, you've got to understand that exactly who you are is going to be who you're going to attract. So if you're lazy, if you aren't putting time into your business, if you aren't showing up, you're never going to get anybody who does those things, okay? The peak of my business didn't come the day I decided to go full time. It came after being consistent each day. It wasn't just the day I started being consistent. It was, okay, today I'm going to be consistent, Ashley. This business is like a 2-month turnaround. If in January I decide to wake up and be consistent as hell, I'm showing up, I'm putting in the work, I'm sending the invites, I'm sharing the journey, I'm sharing my passion. If in January I'm doing those things, chances are those people aren't going to start trusting me until March. It's a 2-month turnaround. So today, of course, you're not going to wake up and have all this trust built from just day one. You just stepped on your escalator. Now it's time to start building that traction. And you can bet if you put everything you have into this business this month, this business isn't hard. This business is simple as hell. It's just not easy. Well, that didn't really make sense. This business is very simple. It's just you have to do it every single day. And it's not easy in the sense that you have to be your own boss. You have to stay disciplined. Nobody's going to check on you and make sure you're clocking into work, right? And getting your stuff done each day. But if you're doing those things each day, you can bet this month in July, what type of month are you going to have in September? You're going to have a killer month in September. And then not only are you going to have a killer month in September, you're going to have a killer October, a killer November, because you have all that momentum being built up. Those of you coaches that you are jealous of and that you envy and that you're like, why can't it be at the top of the leaderboards? Remember that one secret to this business? They are pouring into their own cup and people are trusting them. If you want to build working coaches and gain financial freedom and hit your why and hit high success club numbers, you have got to be the coach that you want to sponsor. You have to be that coach for other people. The second you see that and the second that actually hits home for you will be the second that you truly build a rock solid business. Because all of 2015 and 2016, I never, ever, ever wanted to sponsor me. But I didn't know how to pull my head out of my ass until 2017 came and I was like, okay, Ashley, you have 2 options, shit or get off the pot. And I decided that I needed to make this business a priority and I started with me. Unfortunately, it took January 1st, New Year, New Me to happen, but I decided, okay, this is my year, I'm going to focus on myself. And then with me focusing on myself, my leaders started focusing on themselves even more. And then we started getting all of these emerging leaders come out of the woodworks because they saw that we were treating it like a business. If you truly treat it like a business, and I know a lot of you are, I know a lot of you are new on this team, and some of you are like, I've only been here for so long. I know some of you are just coming back into it. I promise you that in September, in 2 months from now, you're going to be so happy you just dug your feet in, okay? 5 minutes left really quickly to talk about Success Club. Success Club, like I said, Beachbody didn't implement the Success Club system for themselves. They didn't say, okay, we need everybody to change at least 3 lives so that we can hit $1 billion this year. No, it's for you. It's network marketing, and our company cares about us like crazy. For those of you who weren't at Summit, you didn't get to feel how incredible our company is, but you have something to look forward to next year because Carl Deichler, Jeff Hill, and Michael Neiman are like the 3 faces of Beachbody, and they're the 3 of the most incredible human beings because they truly care about society and want to end the trend of obesity. They made a network marketing company so that they could touch more lives more quickly. And in turn, we get to build rockstar businesses. And so they say, in order for you to build rockstar businesses, hey, you're going to change at least 3 lives a month. But I don't want you to stop at 3. Get to 10 lives and then 20 lives and then continue building that momentum each month. But I don't want you to get so caught up in that number of Success Club. Too often, my first year in the business, 2015, 2016, first 2 years in the business, I would chill all month long, like the first week of the month, second week of the month, and all of a sudden it'd come to the 3rd week of the month and I'm like, fuck, it's about to be the 3rd week of the month. I need to hit Success Club, and I would do nothing. How much trust do you think I had built with my followers? Zero. How many relationships do you think I was building with people who are following me? None, because I was only showing up for me. I was showing up to hit a number, to hit a point, to hit a benchmark. I wasn't showing up for them. That had to become a major shift in my business. And luckily I'm here to help you do that. But I don't want you guys to make that mistake. Don't focus on the number. Focus on the lives of people you're impacting. And so when you change a life, don't be so focused on getting the next one that you forget that Sally is ready for you to help her change her life. And guess what? If Sally changes her life, she's going to turn around. She's going to change Sue's life and Sam's life. And it's just it's a domino effect. It's duplication. It's a ripple. But it starts with you changing yours. Okay. And so quite honestly, change your life every day. Have it in your game plan each and every single day to change your life every day. How cool would it be to end the month with Success Club 60? 30 lives changed in a month. Now, realistically, maybe you're not going to hit that, but wouldn't you rather fall short of $1 million than $1,000? I would. I'd rather fall short of Success Club 60 than Success Club 5. You have to set your intentions. And so you guys know what you have to do. You have to show up on social media. You have to be living proof that, that these programs and these products work. Even in the busy schedules, you have to share your freaking story. Share the rough stuff. Share the fun stuff. Share all of it. Share everything. Help Sally see herself inside of you. Okay? And then, did I just say work on yourself? Just work on yourself. Make sure you're reading personal development. I didn't read personal development my whole first year of this business. And honestly, the beginning of this year, I didn't either because I was so obsessed with my business. The second I started to dive back into personal development, everything started to just become more fluid in my life because it started with Ashley. In order for the things in my life to fall into place, I had to be present and I had to fill my own cup up first. So personal development, making sure you are engaged in a workout program, you're sharing your journey authentically, not just out of whim. You're just like, oh shit, I have to post it, and you just post something random. Share with intention. Plan your posts ahead of time. If you work like crazy, on Sunday night, you guys, all you have to do is post once a day. Don't post 5 times a day on your Instagram. Yes, post your stories consistently. Get in the habit of just sharing. But on your Instagram story or on your Instagram feed, you don't have to post more than 1 time a day. If you want to post twice every now and again, you can. But I think that your main priority needs to be your Instagram stories, and then just having one real good power post, like content, every once in a while on your Instagram feed. Okay, so if you go to my Instagram feed, you're probably only going to see 6, maybe 5 to 7 posts in the last 7 days because I'm really thinking about those posts. I'm not just saying, oh no, Instagram needs to hear from me. I need to come up with something. It's strategic. It's planned. And my Instagram stories are where I kind of just narrate and share and be myself and stuff like that. So hopefully this call was super helpful. Next week, we actually have a surprise guest. Josh Coates is going to jump on this call with us. So he's going to be basically giving you guys just the mentorship that you guys need. He's actually the reason that I put together this group. He was like, your girls need a running group. They just need a smaller hub. And so he's going to take over next week. And then he's going to be popping into our group every now and again because he's rooting for us. We have big goals this year. I know all of you guys have big goals this year, and it's a team effort. We can't do this alone. And every single one of you, I craved this so badly. I didn't have this team atmosphere. I didn't have this incredible culture. And so I wanted to create that. And I want all of you guys to create that for your own teams. I want you to be able to be that mother of your team, that leader of your team, that you just get these girls to come in and freaking rock this business with you. And so hopefully I'm teaching you guys how to do that. But this is just the first of many calls. We're going to do this every single Wednesday. So just make sure you add it onto your calls. And just keep an eye out for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting in our runners group. I'll post a tracker for you guys, and I'm going to be doing it as well. I need it just as bad as you guys do. A tracker for us to basically stay on track with one another. And for those of you who are consistent 5 days a week, you'll stay in there. For those of you who hit Success Club, you'll be moved up to the high performers group. And then for those of you who are not showing up on your tracker, you'll be bumped out because we're only working with the running. So I love you all. I'm going to stay on here. I'm going to play music for the next 2 minutes while I wait for the Emerald coaches to get on. But If you are not an emerald yet, please stay on. If not, I will talk to you guys. If you are an emerald, I will talk to you guys soon. But for right now, I'm just going to play some music. Oh, I'm out of breath. Every time I read your message, I wish I wasn't one of your exes. No, I'm not fool. Since you've been gone, been dancing on my own. These boys up in my song, but they can't turn me on. Cause baby, you're the only one I'm coming for. I can't take no more, no more, no more. I'm gonna start in 1 minute. But I'm broken hearted.
Sorry, baby. I'll have to just hang with me.
What?
My phone. I don't think they can hear me. Waiting for the people to come out.
Okay, let's just start. All right. Yay. Oh shit, this is still recording.